Welcome. Welcome. We are going to be playing some Star Trek Online. Nothing really exciting has been happened since the last time I streamed. Besides we're doing my normal stuff, dailies and all that stuff. Finished my my event for today. Man, I not my favorite event. I've done the patrols a couple times. The patrols are better. Definitely a lot easier to do, a lot less stressful. The problem is that you do 2 patrols, you get 45 marks. You do 1 TFO, and you get 130 marks, and that's actually where my preference is getting marks over the time saving and the stress saving. It's a thing, but I mean tomorrow, I complete it. I guess that's the benefit of this is the ever refreshing thought is that tomorrow is the last day that I'll be forced to do it in order to complete it, and that's on both accounts. But then I'm gonna have to do it for the next remaining 20 some days, or not 20 but 7 days to get the deal from it. Matter of fact, I actually still have a stockpile of deal from the last event, but yeah. I'll get it done eventually. And got a little bit closer to completing my my United Federated Planets, though. Which reminds me, one of these top 4s have got to go. You get to go. Because I want to get this prepped in for tomorrow. Which means that it won't be the first thing I do tomorrow, but it'll be there. Remove smalls. And then you. Oops. You know, the funny thing about go ahead and use that. The funny thing about tactical, there's not a whole lot of epic tactical Admiralty cards, which is kind of unfortunate. But alright, let's do science. Tactical, I have finished, so I need 24. I'm going to have to use this, right? Yeah. Well, apparently I didn't have to use that, but alright. We'll have that going. What was the other ones I got on here? I got a 2-hour one. So I could probably collect a reward on that one. I didn't quite remember how much these were. Let me view the details on this. Does it say? The actual thing was on this. No. I wish that they would actually show the old words, so we'll go ahead and do this. Sure. Use that Terran scout ship. Probably go ahead and pop the greens in here too. Use this, and then I need tactical. Just a random tactical, looks like. Random tactical it is. Nailed it. Alright. Got those set up so I don't have to stress about them until tomorrow. So let's go ahead and do some missions. We are going to be doing Capture the Flag, which is a decent adventure, I guess. A decent mission, though. It's one of the times you start to realize that this is the first time you start to realize that they are reusing maps. It's because it's pretty obvious they're reusing a map on this one. Alright. I got my coffee with me, so I'll pull that within arm's reach.
Glad to have you by our side. This is one of the systems marked for further examination during your work with Sub-Commander Seyhen. I'm not sure what the Vodwar are up to here, but they're fighting like demons. They're attacking a small group of Alliance vessels. More hostile ships are on the way. I propose we divide and conquer. The Lisette will fly ahead and catch any incoming ships, while you free our trapped allies. Your thoughts?
Good idea. The Bozeman will rescue the trapped ships. Well, there is some stuff that I did do. I could do that too.
Now the Vodwar will know the fury of the core.
So I went in deep with the Terran idea, and now all my officers are dressed in Terran.
Thanks for the help.
Is that an inquiry? That's an inquiry.
Engines back online. We're ready to fight.
A large Vodwar fleet just arrived. This is our chance to strike before they retreat.
Congratulations.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Gaius Celan, Chief Intelligence Officer for the Lisette. I regret to inform you that the Vodwar now control the ship. The bridge is lost, and we are locked out of most internal sensors. However, I managed to access a secure comm channel before the security codes were changed, and have located a safe location for transport. I have sent the coordinates to your ship. Without your assistance, the Lisette and her crew will be lost.
I'll speak to my crew. No, let's head on over. So yeah, change your uniforms a little bit. Actually, I might go back in and change that again. I didn't realize that Marshall Janeway is a, which makes sense. Makes sense.
The ship is swarming with Vaudois soldiers. Our security forces are attempting to engage them, but as of yet, we have not made significant gains. I am unable to contact other members of the senior staff, but I believe they are still alive. Very coincidental, really. Our current situation is remarkably similar to my invasion scenario 4591. When you are ready, we can go over our plan of attack.
Invasion scenario 4591?
Scenarios, plural. I have gone through several hundred holodeck simulations of various factions attempting to board the Lisette. As the designated intelligence officer, it is important I know what to do in every scenario. The Vaudois simulation is incomplete, but they are acting in accordance to several other scenarios. If you are wondering, I do have a scenario that deals with your crew boarding us. I would enjoy talking to you sometime about how to improve your vulnerabilities.
Why are we in Jarek's quarters?
The Vaudois are jamming transporters and communications. My holodeck simulations determined the commander's quarters is one of the places where interference would be the weakest, allowing me to bring in outside help. The other areas, if you are curious, are the secondary control room, storage room 10 beneath engineering, and, well, I shall leave the final one a surprise.
What is your holodeck simulation?
Scenarios, plural. I have gone through several holodeck simulations of various factions attempting to board the Lisette. As the designated intelligence officer, it is important I know what to do in every scenario. The Vaudois simulation is incomplete, but they are acting in accordance to several other scenarios. If you are wondering, I do have a scenario that deals with your crew boarding us. I would enjoy talking to you sometime about how to improve your vulnerabilities.
Let's talk about how to retake the Lisette.
We need to retake several key areas of the ship. The security team here will capture the bridge. Meanwhile, your team should storm the med bay, which we are very close to. Dr. Kratark should be there. After that, we must retake the armory to prevent the Vaudois from resupplying. In the majority of my scenarios, Lieutenant Terrell is there making a stand against the invaders.
After that?
From there, we need to see whether the Vaudois perform like Scenario 4591 or Scenario 3291. Though perhaps they may surprise us and be more like 6895. My apologies. We do not have time for my idle speculation. Any questions?
What will you be doing?
I will remain here until we have recovered the majority of this deck. If your crew should be killed in action, I will need to remain free and contact another ship for aid. It's not my place to get my hands dirty in this, especially not after the incident in Scenario 2792.
Very well. I'll go to medbay and save the doctor. If you want to know, there is a achievement for getting all these people up.
You must stop this meaningless massacre! Consider the balance!
That's the one who defied Gaul. Kill them all!
You have my thanks. Such reckless slaughter!
Random Defurry?
Thank you for the rescue. The Vaudois have no respect for anything other than their own selfish goals. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you any further. I am just a civilian scientist, not a trained killer, a trained soldier like you. I'll wait here until everything has settled down, unless you believe there is something I can do.
Check to see if anyone here is alive, and bring them to the med bay after my team secures it.
Yes, that is more than acceptable. I will not fight, but I can help restore the
balance by helping others. I will attempt to stabilize anyone who needs help here, and then await word from you or the doctor that the medbay is safe.
Very good. Stay safe and move towards the medbay. Should check to see if there's any. Why do I hear a Are you alive? No, sorry.
Do your worst. You're amateurs compared to the tall Shi'ar. I will not sit by and let you take this ship. Thank you. Let's get to work. Glad to see you, but if you came here instead of the bridge, it means you're following a plan made by Gaius and his scenarios. The equipment here is still operational. I'll begin treating the wounded. There's a console nearby you can use to contact the security team heading to the bridge.
How do you know about the security team?
I've watched enough of Gaius and his scenarios to know that he would never count on a single team's success. He'd send someone else to the bridge. And I also know he's made a few modifications to almost every console on the ship, including that one. Nothing happens in my medbay without my knowledge.
Understood. Why use the console to contact the security team?
Good timing. We're about to storm the bridge. We'll keep the channel open during the assault. I'll contact you again after we have control.
Understand. Good luck.
What makes you think you will succeed where others have failed? You should have taken Gaul's offer.
I imagine we both overheard the same thing. Very curious. I've run simulations where the security team failed, but none like this. We should continue with the plan. We have this area secure, and you are the only mobile unit still available. If you can recover Ju and her team in the armory, we will have another opportunity to retake the ship.
I'll head to the armory and find Lieutenant Terrell. Make sure there's nobody on the ground. It needs to be. wonder if there is somebody else who's playing this adventure that has a what you call it, the blob thing. Oh wow, I got this pretty easily. I just realized that. All of this doesn't matter. We can go ahead and do range damage. But if you don't know how these maps work, is technically there's always just one map. And you're always on a... wow, I didn't realize he actually comes to this map. Or to the bed bay. But there's always just one map. So this Lisette map right here, there are... multiple instances of this. It's one of the reasons why with the ship maps, why they can't, you don't have your actual, all of your crew and how your crew is on a ship map of your own ship, or the bridge maps, is because it is a shared map designed, and whenever somebody joins, they're just in a different instance. But sometimes the instances bleed over, and I think because there's a, it sounds like the little blob thing. I don't remember what the name of that blob is. It sounds like it's been following me around. I wonder, it's either a sound error or something along those lines. Alright. Well, let's continue to take the armory. One. I don't know how they don't see me coming, by the way.
Thanks for the help, I guess. We should talk strategy. Bah! Bodwire. I'll take down every last one of them, I swear it. Nobody makes me look like a fool. I guess I'll let you deal with a few. I can't be in two places at once. We have problems in the brig and in engineering.
Tell me what the situation is.
Cyanel and his team are pinned down in engineering, and Commander Jirok and Sub-Commander Merrill are in the brig. I'm going to head engineering. If the Vogwar get control of the Singularity, we're done. Think you could secure the brig?
I'll secure the brig and free Commander Jarrett. Just gonna make sure there's nobody on the ground. Are you injured? Are you injured? Well, technically yes, but oh. You're still moving. Welcome, viewers. If you do like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. You'll receive notifications on when I stream. Here we go. I think I completed all of them. Bam.
Delay them. I need time.
Disable the security grid, and we can get out of here.
Thank you. What's the situation? You're a welcome sight. I was on the bridge. We were attacked by just one Vadwar, but he was different, stronger, unstoppable. He wiped out our security team, but he knocked Var and me out. Put us here for questioning. What's happening? Do we have control of the bridge?
We have the med bay and the armory. Lieutenant Terrells is in engineering, but the bridge is still contested.
Is Zinal there? If he and Zhu can hold engineering while we take the bridge, we can take control of the ship and then clean up the Vadwar from there. I'll still need some time to recover. You and Sub-Commander Merrill should head to the bridge. I'll stay here and monitor the situation. Be on your guard. The Vadwar that took that bridge shrugged off our attacks like they were nothing. He won't go down easily.
Is it wise for you to remain here alone?
I've dealt with worse. I'm just not particularly mobile at the moment. I'd just slow you down. Secure the bridge, but watch out for that Vadwar. He's like a force of nature.
We'll take the bridge.
Commander Jurok requires our assistance.
He's gone. Strange. Excellent work. We have control of the ship's life support, navigation, and weapons systems again. According to the logs, the Vadwar leader was attempting to open fire on your ship. Doesn't look like he could get past Lieutenant Salon's security algorithm. I'll handle things up here, but could you use that console to contact Lieutenant Terrell? Tell her to scramble her security teams and find that Vadwar.
I'll let her know the situation.
If you want to live, you'll give me what I want.
I've survived worse than you.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Was this all a trick to lure us away from engineering? What are they trying to... No, he couldn't. I fear the worst. If the Vadwar is in engineering, he could turn off the shielding protecting the Singularity Core. Without containment, the Singularity will implode.
Stay here. Keep the bridge secure. I'll go to engineer and stop the Vadwar.
This way. Narwhal and I have a plan. Very predictable. If the Vadwar can't use the Lisette to attack other ships, they will make a statement by destroying us with our own singularity. I've analyzed the data from other teams fighting the Vadwar. It's pointless for you to try to fight him. Your weapons are inadequate for the task. However, Narwhal has come up with an interesting theory that may work.
What is the theory?
The vents in the Singularity Core carry a modified version of plasma. I'm not cleared to give you all the details, but the Lisette is testing several advances that have not been provided to other ships in the fleet at this time. Narwhal believes direct exposure to this modified plasma may create a vulnerability in the Vadwar. I believe this plan has a low chance of success, but it is the best option we have. If you can lure the Vaudois beneath the vents, Narwhal and I will overload them, causing the plasma to cover the Vaudois and weaken him. You'll have one more problem to deal with before that, however.
What problem?
The Vaudois has erected a shield around the Singularity Core. Very smart, I must say. No one will be able to affect him when he is inside. You must trick him into dropping that shield. I suggest playing towards the Vaudois' pride. That is usually the surest way to convince someone to make a suboptimal move. Once that is done, lure the Vaudois beneath one of the vents. We'll activate the plasma, and then you can properly knock out our friend. Are you ready?
I will let you know, viewers. Please do not put any links in the chat or anything like that. You will be removed instantly. And reported. I do appreciate those who are willing to give a view. Also, thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. But I will remove you if you are going to post stuff in my chat that does not belong there. Unless you have questions. Questions are appreciated. I'll confront the Vaudois and stop him from destroying the ship.
Your ship is doomed!
I guess probably should help Terrell. Gonna. I've never actually fully checked to see if there's anybody who can be picked up from here. Matter of fact, the fact I noticed Terrell. Let me just go and grab that, just because I'm over here. All right.
You made it. A shame. We had hoped you would be neutralized by now. But you show an unusual resilience. Perhaps that's why Gaul made his generous offer. You're too late to stop what is happening. The Singularity Core's overload has already begun. You will all be destroyed by your greatest weapon. It's almost poetic, really.
Where is your pride as a Vaudois? You have used the Singularity to kill me?
Ah, my pride as a Vaudois. That's good. Very good. This is simply the most efficient way. I could kill you all one at a time, but I have better things to do.
But I'll survive. I can transport myself out of here. You will all. We all can. Your jammers are down.
Interesting. But will you abandon the Lisette, or will you stay until the last glorious second to try and save it? Regardless, I will admit you make a point. You've survived too many of your previous encounters for me to leave anything to chance. I will enjoy seeing the last bit of life leave your eyes.
Learn to live with disappointment.
Respond to the plasma. Focus your fire.
covering. Lure him back beneath one of the pipes.
Throttle to the plasma. Focus your fire.
It's time to finish this. It'll take more than that to kill me. I will not be stopped.
We need a better solution.
I've got just the thing.
What was that thing?
I don't know, but we need a better way to fight it.
I'll get to work.
Hello, Spock. Oh, man. Welcome to the channel, Spock. Appreciate you being here. Dealing with some unwanted chats here.
We will not forget what you did for us. Lieutenant Ceylon will work with Nerl to learn more about this Vaadwaur. If there are more out there like him, we're going to need more than luck to fight them. We need to know more. Why was this Vaadwaur practically invincible? He wasn't like any of the others we've faced helping the Kabali or the Toray. I hope we can help find an answer. It's the least we can do.
Let me know the results of your analysis.
Haven't taken a hit like that since Obasek and I were fighting the Tal Shiar. Gonna be sore in the morning. But the singularity is stabilized. That Vaadwaur tried to lock us out of the containment system, but he wasn't as smart as he thought he was. Thanks for your help. Next time we're in a firefight, I'll do more than just lay on the ground unconscious.
Looking forward to it, Sub-Commander.
Thanks for the help with the Vaadwaur, but we won't need it again. The next time, we'll be ready. I'm going to drill my security teams until they can deal with anything. The war between the Klingons and Starfleet ended and people got lazy. Time to get back in shape.
Did you make that experimental concussion grenade? We could use some more of them.
Nice, isn't it? Honestly, there was an even chance that it would cause a massive explosion, crack the singularity core, and kill us all. I figured we'd be dead if we didn't try it, so why not give it a shot? Good thing it worked, huh?
Goodbye.
Thank you for all your help. Without you, we would have lost the Lisette. It's unfortunate we couldn't capture the Vaadwaur alive for questioning. He was unlike anything I've ever seen. What made him so powerful?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Nerl did manage to get a few scans. He's compiling a report on what he found, and your success with the plasma. We'll need to adapt. We can't count on throwing every Vaadwaur like him into a singularity core. We will handle the repairs. You should return to your ship when you're ready.
I will. Good luck with repairs.
Commander Jirok, I have some preliminary data for you. The Vaadwaur gave off a modulated carrier wave every time he was attacked by an energy weapon. In effect, he reflected the energy outward as infrared radiation. Owl and I are not yet clear on whether this is a product of biology or technology, but he did show strange isoboromine neurotransmitter activity. Regardless, this will give us a starting point to find vulnerabilities. I'll send on more findings as we complete them, and we should be able to adapt our weapons to be more effective in the future.
Next time, we'll be prepared.
So, the Vaudoir have some sort of super soldier to throw at us now. Wonderful. I've tasked some research groups to discover a way to fight these super Vaudoir. With luck, we'll have tactics to use against them soon. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into. Starfleet intelligence believes the Vaudoir have a hidden base in the Cartella system. I'd like you to investigate. A Hazari bounty hunter known for their skill at infiltration will be working with you on this. Good hunting. There's something interesting I'd like you to...
I haven't played No Man's Sky. I have heard that they've made a lot of changes on it, and it's starting to get better. But it's probably on my list of things at least to try at least for a little bit. But you know, I was too scared off by the whole bug reports when the game first came out. I'm going to try to see if I can ban that person. That's going to have to be something I'm going to have to look into to see how I can do that. But as for Star Trek Online, yeah, so I used to play a very, very long time ago. Stopped playing it about 2013. Came back about 2 years ago and started playing it again. But between that time, they made a lot of changes. It used to be, yeah. It used to be that once you hit level 50, basically the game was over, except for some random here and stuff, there stuff. Now they've added a lot of stuff you can do in the game, which actually kind of makes the game a little bit more exciting. It used to be you hit 50, you were done, you can grind. But at least now, like, they have like the specializations, which at least gives you, at least gives you some feeling that you're actually improving something. And I think the missions are a little bit better now. Even though I've played most of these these higher missions multiple times now, it still is. There's enough missions here to each time I go through it, at least makes it feel a little bit refresh. But I've been liking Stowe since I came back to play it. But as of right now, this is my Temporal Recruit. Star Trek Online has been doing recruits recently where you can get bonuses, which are account unlocks. And so when I complete something within the transponder here, and I accept it, it goes on to unlock things on my other characters, such as free marks and other stuff. Get that. But yeah, so I've been trying to work on this, get them done. It's a little time consuming on some of the stuff, but it's going through. And then this is the last recruit that I have to do for this account, because there's four current recruits that they've released. There's a Klingon recruit, Temporal Recruit, Delta Recruit, and oh god, what's the last one? Gamma Recruit for the Dominion. And I've completed the other three. I haven't completed this one for all the account unlocks. So trying to fight my way through it. And this ship right here is one of the newer ships. It's the Bozeman, which was released recently. They had the Fleet Week recently, where a lot of the people who were streaming were giving out free codes, and I happened to win one.
Greetings. It is agreeable to work with you again. The Vaadwaur have greatly expanded their reach since Voyager first encountered them. Their military capabilities have developed at a rate that Starfleet Command finds troubling. An additional concern is that some leaders of the Vaadwaur supremacy have developed unusual physical characteristics. These individuals exhibit strength and resilience far beyond the norm for their species. The crew of the Lisette has shared their data of your previous encounter with one of the enhanced Vaadwaur with the Alliance. We have used it to devise several modifications to our weapons that may counteract their ability to reflect a portion of energy directed at them. I have provided the specifications to your crew, and they have already made the modifications to your weapons. However, these modifications are untested. It is unclear how much effect they will have.
Do we know why these Vaadwaur are different?
Not yet, but we have found a location that may have the answers we seek. Officially, Cartella is a defunct mining colony. However, intercepted messages indicate that the lower levels of the facility are being used by Supremacy leadership for an unknown purpose. Your mission will be to covertly enter the base and gather intelligence on the Vaadwaur. We have made arrangements with Yadren to provide you with equipment you will need to approach the system safely.
Coordinates received, Admiral. Yeah, it is nice that they are still
the
working
Hazari
on
will
it.
provide a modified holo-emitter that should allow you to approach the planet. Holotechnology is unfamiliar to the Vaadwaur.
Yeah, I was watching a stream from Cryptic about 9 months ago, and they had the creative director on, and he was talking about with the new shows with Discovery, Picard, and Strange New Worlds. It's actually spiked the players within Star Trek Online. It has also allowed them to have some form of context for new content.
If you don't want to blow this whole deal, help me with these Vaadwaur. Thanks for the help, but don't expect a discount. I wouldn't have been in that mess if I hadn't been waiting here for you. I picked up this device called a holo-emitter from a big-eared fellow named Quinn. It's programmed to replicate the appearance of a Vaudouar freighter. I don't know the specifics of this technology, but it works and I'm delivering it. That completes my contract.
If the hollow middle works, why were the Vaudouar attacking you?
It was my own fault. I should have activated it before I entered the system, but hooking it into our power supply was more complicated than Quinn said it would be. Alpha Quadrant tech has too many redundancies. Backups for your backups, and none of it matters because emergency power always fails in an emergency. Good luck. I'll wait here in case you make it back.
Thank you, Dran. We'll be back soon.
Voyager will remain here with Yadren. With your permission, I will beam over to your ship in order to coordinate the mission.
Permission granted, Admiral. Oh, I'm gonna go face first to rock. I did.
We have arrived at Cartella Prime. Your engineers have installed the hollow emitter, and it is ready to activate at your command. We will need to infiltrate both automated and manual detection measures before we can reach transporter range of the planet.
Activate the hollow emitter.
Our first task is to bypass the automated security perimeter.
So 13, 34.
Excellent. Next, we will be challenged by orbital traffic control. Remember that the Vaudouar are an aggressive species.
I really need one of these. It's a really nice looking ship.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder may be malfunctioning. Please transmit your ship designation and flight plan.
I don't have time for this bureaucratic nonsense. Continue to obstruct me, and I guarantee you will spend the rest of your career mining rocks off the edge of nowhere.
You're cleared for docking, sir.
It's about time.
Now we must avoid detection from the Vaudouar ships. The hollow emitter will be essential.
Bring the hollow emitter offline long enough to realign its emitters and reinitiate the power-up sequence. Excellent. The wife came in wondering what in the world was going on. Good times.
The tunnels beneath the planet are protected by a subspace scattering field that our transporters cannot penetrate. I have found a safe location at the edge of this field, but once you beam down, you will need to make your way through the tunnels to the base itself.
I'm ready for transport.
You are just outside of the Vaudouar security perimeter. I have accessed their internal sensors, so I will provide you with tactical assistance throughout your mission. Be wary. There is a Vaudouar patrol just ahead in the passage that crosses yours. Nearby, you should see a console. Use it to override the blast doors and trap the patrol.
Use the console to activate the blast doors. Got it.
Be sure that the patrol is in the correct position before you activate the console, or this will fail. Logs at the facility indicate it is in poor repair and has suffered several mechanical mishaps. Use this to your advantage. Acts of sabotage that simulate equipment failures should not arouse suspicion.
Acknowledge.
I am detecting a Vodwar patrol ahead. Maintain your position until they pass. You have triggered an automatic lockdown. Override it at the console ahead, but leave the door trapping the patrol locked.
That's new. So this down, this down. And it needs to be green. Oh, it is down. Blue, green, white. So here.
Report all unauthorized activity to a security officer.
That should keep the patrol occupied.
I don't know how I missed that. I think that's the first time I've set that off.
I am detecting another group of Vodwar ahead. Access the security camera from the console nearby. If you overload that data tower, the Vodwar patrol will investigate. Program the door to seal them in.
Alert. Conduit malfunction on level 2, section Beta. Engineering teams, respond immediately.
Excellent. Proceed cautiously. There is a large drop ahead on your right. You will need a grapple gun to cross it. You will need to incapacitate all of the Vodwar ahead. Insert the anesthetine gas canister I provided you in the environmental control console and alter the air composition.
Alert. Environmental control malfunction on level 2, section Delta 3. Engineering and medical teams, please respond.
There is a large drop ahead. You will have to rappel down.
I'm dragging the grappling hook with me. If you're listening to the background noises, they know something's going on because they're talking about computers being accessed they weren't supposed to.
You need to traverse this cavern without the Vodwar seeing you and raising the alarm. To do so, you will need to use your grapple gun, as well as take advantage of anything in the environment.
Oh, Spock. Thank you
First,
for
you will
watching
need to
there
reach
for a
the
moment.
support platform. Shoot a grapple across and then zipline down. Sneak up behind that guard and incapacitate him.
God, what is the,
To advance further through the cave, you will need to disable the proximity sensors. That console should allow you to do so. Now, zipline to that outcropping. In order to exit this cavern without detection, you will need a distraction. The way is clear for you to grapple to the next support structure. We will need to move the Vaadwaur guards below and ahead of you, away from the next support structure. The rocks near you are unstable. Try to trigger a collapse.
Acknowledged.
Make your way across the ledges to the outcropping near the next support structure.
Hope I didn't scare Spock away. At least I did get my wife coming in, go wonder what in the hell's going on.
Grapple to the next support structure. Approach the guard and disable him. There are more guards at the other platform. Use your tricorder to reprogram the anti-personnel turrets near them to attack the Vaadwaur targets.
If it was only that easy.
Attention. Malfunctioning turrets on Level 4, Section Beta 2. Security and engineering teams, report immediately to Level 4.
The walkway is offline. You will need to grapple across the gap. They are aware of your actions. You cannot delay.
I mean, they've been aware for a while now.
Sensors are reading something large blocking your route through the cavern. Activate the crane with the nearby controls to move it. Not much further. There is another grapple ahead. There should be a place where you can drop down just ahead of your current position. Now slip quietly out of the cavern before the Vaadwaur see you.
Alright, I see that. So they make it so you can't go that way. I wonder if the fire does damage. I wonder if we just walk right through it.
I am detecting some unusual signals coming from below this area. You must reach the bottom of the caverns. I recommend you overload a console to create a diversion, and then trap the Vaadwaur guarding the area in a force field.
Acknowledged. Welcome, viewer. Okay. I tend to do that more often than not. Just have some background noise as I'm playing something.
Intruder alert! Commander Gallic, please respond.
An intruder? I'll handle this.
God, Kamarki's armor is so good.
Finally! Gallic? You will pay for killing Gallic! What? What was that thing? You saved my life. I don't know why, but I am grateful. What was that thing? It crawled out of the commander. Was it controlling him?
I think so, yes. Have you seen anything like that before?
Never. It's some kind of parasite, isn't it? What do you know?
There are Starfleet records of a creature like this from the mid-2360s. They're neuroparasites that appear to retain some of the host's memories while also increasing the body's strength and resilience. When one takes over, though, the person the host is gone forever.
Do you believe other members of the Vaudois are infected by these beasts? Could all of our leaders be contaminated?
Yes, these tunnels can hold information that can help us defeat them.
I know my duty. I cannot allow you to wander freely through our compound, but I can't ignore this either. A temporary truce, then. I will accompany you, and if what you say is true, I must know how many of my people have been taken.
Agreed. Follow me.
I think it went down that passage over there.
So if you're not sure what Kamarki's armor is, it is an armor from an event that was here a few months ago. Basically, the armor set gives a lot of bonuses to kit module damage. So it's really good when you're just stacking up a lot of damage. So if you get stuff like the Sopex Lightning or the kit drone that you see flying around came with the kit itself, it just it does a lot of damage for a random
It went down one of the cracks
armor.
in the rock. We'll have to deactivate that force field to pursue it.
Welcome, new viewer. We'll say if you do like what you see, please feel free to give me a like. If you are would like to see more, go and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll get notifications when I do stream. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I would appreciate it.
It appears the creature has already left the area. I would recommend you scan the area with your tricorder. Perhaps it left a hormonal trace you can follow.
What are you? Stuck in there into a rock there for a second.
I didn't know these caves were so extensive. Only the highest leadership is allowed down here.
How did the Vodwar come into contact with the parasites in the first place? It has been many years since Starfleet encountered them.
I wonder how many of our leaders have been infected. Surely Gallic can't be the only one.
Based on Starfleet's previous encounters with the parasites, you should be extremely cautious. The creatures show remarkable cunning.
Give me an enemy I can confront face to face. This deception sickens me.
They are insidious. These creatures nearly ended the Federation.
It's a cool looking plant.
Although we have had our differences with the Vodwar, the Federation do not wish to see any species enslaved.
Oh. Coppin Eldrix?
This area has always been off limits. I expected some kind of hive, but this is just a storage room. I see some of our stasis modules, which means there are soldiers who have not been rewoken. But the rest of this? It's just supplies. There's nothing here that will prove what you claim. Perhaps this infection was limited to just one man.
I wouldn't be so sure. Look at those canisters.
What was that thing?
Wait, did you hear something?
Ah, I see you've met my little friends. They want to get to know you better.
What are you? How far has this infestation spread?
You have such a small mind. The joining will help. You will see everything we can be once we are brothers under the skin.
I think that's the easiest I've ever fought that guy before.
You think you are bested me? Mere mortals. Pathetic. We will rise again, and you will know our true might.
This ends now. I cannot allow you to spread this infestation.
Why did I just drop my gun? Doesn't make sense. I'm a trained tactical officer. I don't think I would have dropped my gun. Put this right here. Can't see. Oh, there you are.
The Vodwar are alerted to your presence. You must leave the facility. But the subspace scattering field is still in effect. Find the controls and disable them.
I'll disable the scattering field.
Find the controls to the subspace scattering field and disable them.
Although you have helped the Vodwar people today, do not believe this makes us friends, or even allies.
Will you come with us?
No, I must remain with my people. Perhaps I will discover more of what's really happening here.
Farewell, Alex.
Your activities on the surface have alerted the Vodwar to your presence. They are beginning to inspect the starships in orbit. I would recommend returning to the ship immediately.
One to beam up.
The information you discovered in the base is troubling. While Starfleet knew the neural parasites found on Earth sent a signal to deep space before they were destroyed, we never knew the destination of that signal. It very well may have been the Delta Quadrant. However, contemplating the ramifications of parasites among the Vodwar ranks must wait. The fleet protecting this planet has been alerted to our presence. It is only a matter of time before this vessel is discovered.
Set a course to the edge of the system. On screen?
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder codes are invalid. Security vessels are on their way. Please hold position and prepare to be boarded.
One moment.
There is only a 0.008% chance that this ship will survive a direct confrontation. One last act of sabotage may be what is required. I propose we swap transponder codes with another vessel. Given the aggressiveness of the Vodwar, there is a 68.4% chance they will turn on one another. We can escape in the confusion.
Set a course for the Vodwar ships.
means the hollow emitter did its job.
Actually, the holo emitter malfunctioned and we almost were discovered.
But it did work. Contract complete.
Until next time.
Excellent work. Now that we know at least some of the Vaadwaur have been taken over by the neuroparasites, we can form an appropriate plan of action. The one Vaadwaur who helped you, Commander Eldex, may be of assistance. It was clear that he was not aware of the corruption. With your permission, I will return to Voyager. There is much still to do before we will see the end of the Vaadwaur threat.
Permission granted, Admiral.
Thank you again. Live long and prosper.
In peace and long life, Admiral Tuvok.
Neural parasites. That explains a lot. The enhanced physical abilities, maybe even their rapid return to power in the sector. If they follow previous patterns, the parasites will infect Vaadwaur in key leadership positions. The 2 overseers you took out might be the tip of the iceberg. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into. Our forces are stretched thin here. Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are putting a recruitment plan together, and they've requested your assistance. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Very well, let's see what he has to say.
Admiral Tuvok is in the conference room with the other members of the task force. Follow me, please. I'll take you to him.
Lead the way, Commander.
Seems like we're never gonna get you that tour. Sorry. The others are waiting for you in the conference room.
Let us begin. While the Kobali and the Benthans have agreed to join our alliance, there are many other races in the Delta Quadrant in a position to help us defeat the Vaadwaur. It will be up to us to show them the benefits of joining us. 7, I would like you to contact the Cooperative.
The Cooperative should be amenable to our offer. They have as much to lose as we do.
Neelix, your experience as a trader makes you an excellent choice to work with the Hazari.
The Hazari? This won't be easy, but I should be able to pull it off.
Captain Kim, we've arranged a meeting for you with the leaders of several Kazon sects.
I don't trust the Kazon, but I'll give it my best effort.
Doctor, you have experience with the hierarchy. I would like you to infiltrate one of their ships and learn more about how they make decisions.
Ooh, I have several new subroutines that will be perfect for this mission.
As for you, I would like you to visit the Touré and the Octanti, and then provide support to any of the others who require it. We need allies to turn the tide of this war. We cannot fail.
You can leave if you return to the transporter room, though there is some time to speak with the crew.
I never thought I'd be a spokesperson for this alliance myself. And to the Hazari! I guess all my time as a trader and ambassador made Admiral Tuvok think I was the right Talaxian for the job. Knowing that you and your crew have my back is a great relief. The Hazari are tough negotiators.
This is going to be interesting. I've never really tested my field intelligence subroutines, but Admiral Tuvok assures me they will perform well. He has been assisting me with the programming, and I've made an extensive study of intelligence and information gathering on my own. I may require you to interact with the hierarchy and make the alliance offer to them. If they think it's the best financial option, they may agree to join us.
The cooperative should be amenable to our alliance. I foresee no problems and should not require your assistance. I will inform you if the situation changes.
The Kazon are argumentative and difficult. Getting them on our side will be tricky. I'll be negotiating with the leaders of 5 of the clans. While I hope to bring them all on board, I'll be happy if we get 1 or 2. The Rhode Island is a tough ship, but I'd be grateful if you could bring your ship to the negotiations. The Kazon respect a show of force, and your ship might be just the thing we need to sway them to our side.
I didn't know, I didn't realize Kim was the captain of the Rhode Island.
The Touré and the Octante have worked with us in the past. You should not find it difficult to make a convincing case for a renewed alliance.
I will head to the transporter room and turn to my ship. Commander.
Ready to beam you back to your ship, sir.
Admiral Tuvok has asked us to visit Touré and the Octani. We are forming an alliance of races here in the Delta Quadrant. Much of the original crew of Voyager will be reaching out to other races. We are to assist them wherever we can. The Touré, and from there, it's up to us on who we deal with and where we go. Set a course for the subspace disturbance, and we'll take some scans. Set a course for the planet.
That's close enough. This is restricted space, and you're not welcome.
We're on a diplomatic mission. We wish to speak with your government about security matters that will affect not just your homeworld, but the whole entire Delta Quadrant.
We don't need your advice. Our Voth allies are more than strong enough to help us.
Since you don't speak for your government, I suggest you connect me to someone who does.
Very well. Ambassador Norik will speak with you now. Don't waste his time like you've wasted mine.
Finally.
What is the meaning of this?
Ambassador, I've come to extend an offer from Admiral Tuvok and the rest of the Alliance High Council for the Drey to join the fight against the Vaudwall.
We want no more alliances. The Drey have a mutual defense pact with the Voth, and it is quite sufficient for our needs.
I see no Voth ships in this system, Ambassador. And if you recall, it was my crew and I who helped you restore your defense grid back online and during the Vaudwar attack.
Begone! I do not wish to order our pickets to fire upon you, but I will if I must.
Ambassador, I think that... Red alert! Let's show the Drey how the Alliance can help defend their homeworld.
The Voth are on their way. I'm sure of it. Priority emergency. We are under attack. While your ship may be formidable, it is still no match for the Voth. We have already chosen our ally.
Your ships are no match for the Vaudwar. You need our help.
The Voth have been a power in this part of the galaxy longer than even the Vaudwar. They are the first race in the quadrant, and should be respected for their age and wisdom.
I'd like to point out that the Voth still have not arrived to aid you. They're not coming. We're the ones who saved you. Again.
You make some excellent points.
The Alliance can permanently add ships to your picket, something the Voth seem unwilling to do.
You have given us much to think about. Upon consideration, I think this alliance is in the mutual benefit of all involved. I will take your offer to my superiors with my approval, and then we'll send an attaché to your flagship to work out the details.
It's a pleasure to call you an ally, Ambassador. On screen.
It is agreeable that your efforts to recruit the Touré were successful. We are reaching out to their embassy to begin our cooperation immediately. Thank you.
Understood, Admiral. Tarsi, let's pick our next destination. Let's see. Let's meet up with Neelix and see if he needs a hand.
Oh, thank goodness you've arrived. I'm trying to work with the Hazari, but they are a demanding lot. They're using this opportunity to milk the Benthans for everything they've got.
They have demands?
To say the least. First, they want the Benthans to void the warrants of 3 of the Hazari, Niken, Yakela, and Negrasa. Then they want 2 prisoners released. And if that weren't enough, they're demanding bounty hunting licenses for the Ramar, Zilnan, and Osprinty systems.
I think we should speak with him. Patch me through.
Pleasure to see you again. I assume you can speak with more authority than this Talaxian.
He's given me a list of your requests. They're asking for quite a lot, but I'll speak with the Benthans to see if they can come to an agreement.
Then I wish you good luck. Your offer is tempting, but we simply don't have any help to give you. All of my resources have to be focused on the Benthans breathing down our necks.
I'm still trying to work this out.
The Benthans usually have a ship patrolling this area of the system. It's a neutral ground, but they know what can happen in neutral areas. The ship should be able to contact the Benthan High Justicar for us.
Lay in a core.
The Benthans keep a close eye on this system. Lots of deals are made here.
On screen.
I am High Justicar Mathan. I was told you needed to speak to me on a critical matter.
We're building an alliance, slowly but surely. As a matter of fact, that's why we need your help.
Oh? How can we assist you?
We're trying to recruit the Hazari, but they have some demands. If you'd be willing to take a look at the list.
It's always demands when it comes to the Hazari. Demands, deals, and contracts. Transmit their list. I haven't had a good laugh in days. There's no way we'd agree to all this. I'm sorry.
Perhaps you don't need to agree to all of it. What can you do? If the Hazari don't join us, the Vaadwaur may recruit them.
Good point. I can rescind the warrants for Niken and Yakela, but not Negrasa. He's caused too much trouble to let him go free. And the prisoners, I'll exchange them for Nikedin, if the Hazari will give him up. He's been raising havoc in 3 sectors. I'll give them 1 of the systems for hunting, but not all 3. Let them choose which one they want.
Thank you for your willingness to negotiate. I'll take your offer to the Hazari.
Will they give us what we want?
No, but...
Of course we knew they wouldn't give us everything. But if you don't ask for everything, you won't get anything.
As I was saying, they won't agree to all your demands, but they're willing to negotiate.
What? Oh, I mean good. Let's see here. We give the Benthans Nikedin, and we get 2 of our captains back? Done. Nikedin is a Bashik Monar. I think the closest translation we have to your language is a pit where you throw your pack animal. Take him, but he won't go without a fight.
We'll collect him and deliver him to the Benthams. Then we have a deal?
Sure, I'll draw up the contract. Just transmit your authorization and you've got a deal. As soon as the Benthans deliver, the Hazari are part of your alliance. Nikedin is in hiding, But I'll give you an encoded signal to lure him out. He'll think it's one of our ships giving him the all-clear. You can use one of the Bentham satellites nearby to relay the signal. We send signals on them all the time. It'll lend to your credibility.
Agreed. Pleasure doing business with you.
A trap? Fine. I'll kill you then. Fine. I won't lose my ship and crew for this. You've beaten me.
As a deputized agent of the Bentham Guard, you are hereby under arrest. Lower your shield to prepare to transport to our brig.
What? The Benthans? I thought I'd be going to one of your prisons. I can escape from one of those in a week.
Are you going to come along peacefully?
Lowering shields now. Just don't vaporize me.
How cooperative of you.
We should take our prisoner to that Bentham patrol ship. The Hazari seem a little too happy about this outcome. Even if Yadren doesn't like Nikedren, I didn't think he'd be so quick to give him up to the Benthans.
They must have really hated him.
I don't think that's the case.
Hildren, we need to talk.
On behalf of all the Hazari, thank you for delivering that Gratok Nikedden to the Benthans.
What's your angle? Why are you so giddy?
Oh, what can it hurt now? We've got an airtight contract. Remember those hollow emitters we got from that Ferengi? He also sold us a nice, personal-sized one with a low-emission power pack. We gave that one to Nikedden. Right about now, he should be slipping out of the brig and into the crew of that Bentham cruiser you delivered him to. A spy on the High Justicar ship. We'll know everything.
What? I have to tell the Benthans about this.
Not so fast. Our contract specifically states that you cannot interfere in the matter of Captain Nikedden once you have delivered him to the Benthans. Telling them would be the very definition of interference.
I don't like it, but keep your spy. Stopping the Vaudwar is more important than your petty games.
And that's done. I'll meet you back at Voyager.
On screen.
I understand the Hazari used the pretense of the Alliance to place a spy on the Bentham ship, and that their contact with us will be voided if we inform the Benthans of his presence. Fortunately, we have our own operatives in the Hazari organization. They will be able to marginalize the effectiveness of the Hazari spy, while still keeping them as a tool to use against the Vaudwar.
Understood, Admiral. Darcy, let's pick our next destination. Let's go ahead and recruit the Yoctani.
Greetings. I am on my way with several cooperative ships. It was simple enough to get them onto our side, but the real problem now is with the Octanti. The Octanti consul should be at your location now. Please begin discussions without us. We shall be there soon.
Understood. Bozeman out.
Greetings. I am Ambassador Rerick of the Octanti.
Good day, Ambassador.
I've examined the proposal your government's transmitted, and I'm afraid the Octanti people must decline. The Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic all give rank and commissions to Borg drones. You call them liberated, but they are still Borg. The Borg drove us off our homeworld and massacred our people. An alliance with them would be unthinkable.
These drones, as you call them, are valued officers. They are free from the collective and no longer desire to assimilate anybody.
Borg are Borg. We will not join your alliance, and we never will. Our people have lost too much already. I won't be led into another unwinnable war.
This is 7 of 9. I have a priority message for the Octanti.
We're in communication with the team. 7, passing you in.
Ambassador Rarick, the Cooperative has a problem with which they require your assistance. An Octanti synthetic virus has infected a recently liberated cube, causing severe problems for the fragile consciousnesses of the former drones. They are falling to madness. Our sensors show the cube is moving in this direction. You are in danger.
What needs to happen here, 7?
Unknown. We need the Octanti to transmit the shutdown code for the synthetic virus. If done quickly, the liberated Borg aboard the cube may recover.
Ambassador, I implore you to help the crew of the cube. They're no longer part of the collective, and they need your help.
Never. If the virus infected them, then our work is done. They will destroy themselves.
7, how soon will the infected cube arrive?
It's arriving now. Your time is up.
Lower! You're... prepare... assimilated!
Ambassador, please deactivate the virus. There are thousands of liberated Borg on that cube who need your help.
Listen to her.
The Borg are a blight. The only course of action is extermination.
7, can you open a channel to the cube? Maybe we can reason with them.
Rarick! Where is Rarick? I know he is here. Please, deactivate virus. Ah!
Wait, what?
Meshk? Is that you?
Rarick, you know him?
That's my brother. He and 4 other Octanti volunteered to be infected with the virus and taken by the Borg 7 years ago. I thought he was lost to us.
He's been liberated by the Cooperative. Deactivate the virus. You can save him.
Deactivating now. It's not working. The cube's automated defenses are too strong. We'll need to weaken it before I can transmit the code.
It's going to try to defend itself. Red alert.
Rarick, we intercepted a transmission about your meeting. It was right. You were here. I fought the madness to get to you. Dangerous. But I knew you would not abandon us. Thank you.
You did well, Meshk.
Meshk, I'm so overjoyed to see you. I never believed in this liberation idea. It was a fantasy for the grieving. But having seen it firsthand, hearing my brother's voice again, maybe I shouldn't have been so willing to dismiss hope. I will see that the Octanti people seriously consider your proposal. We need to reconsider many things.
Consideration is a great start. On screen.
We knew recruiting the Octanti was going to be problematic. You did exceptionally well with a very difficult task.
Understood, Admiral Tarsi. Let's pick our next destination. Let's not keep him waiting.
Hello again. I thought it would be best if I used your bridge's hollow emitters for this conversation. I'm currently in disguise on board the Hierarchy ship as one of those potato-looking fellows, and I don't think you want to see any more of this than you have to.
That's fine, Doctor. What's the situation?
The Hierarchy assume I'm one of the crew. I've begun a review of their cost analysis matrix, which is what they use to determine if any particular course of action will be profitable. Right now, their ship is running silent, which means they're cloaked, and all higher-level computer functions are locked out. I need those to complete my review. You need to convince them to decloak. Hail them. Show them their cloak isn't enough to hide them from the Alliance. Then, you might be able to convince them to join.
This is what we came here to do.
The ship is currently cloaked by one of the nav beacons in this region of space. Just head to the nav beacon, and you'll get their attention.
We have the coordinates. Should shake them up.
The Hierarchy once corrupted my programming in an attempt to spy on Voyager. This seems fitting. These subroutines are quite useful. Perhaps I'll write a holonovel about my experiences as a spy.
That's close enough. I don't want any trouble, but I would like to know how you knew our location.
Suffice to say that tracking you is just a taste of the Alliance power. Join us in our fight against the Vaadwaur, and we can share that power with you.
Don't tell us your secrets and we won't tell you ours. As for your offer of an alliance, give me a moment to consider it.
A moment? Yes.
The Hierarchy is consulting the cost analysis matrix. This is exactly what I needed. This is going to take some time. We'll need to stall them while I get what I need.
Your moment is up.
I am sorry, but the Hierarchy has evaluated the investment needed for such an undertaking, and we find that the Alliance ships are simply outmatched by the Vaadwaur. There's no profit in losing. We'll stay out of this fight.
I'm sorry, but I don't agree with your analysis of our capabilities.
I have an idea. Follow my lead.
Your lead? Very well.
Perhaps we could arrange for a demonstration of their abilities. I could reroute the cloaking device through our main deflector dish and create convincing holographic targets for them to fight.
Sounds like a reasonable idea.
You could do that. Very well. That will show us what these Alliance ships are capable of. Then we'll run the numbers again. Are you ready to prove your worth?
Of course. You have no idea that what my ship is capable of.
2 holographic Borg probes coming up.
All right.
Borg probes? Hardly a challenge. I want something big. Give me a Voth bulwark. Also, I don't care if they can just defeat the hologram. I want to see how well this person works with their crew. Anyone could throw firepower at something. It's another thing to be a good manager of people.
Voth bulwark? Very well. We can handle it.
1 Voth bulwark coming up.
Red alert.
Struggling. The matrix is struggling. Now you can finish it. Here, let me give you a hand.
I don't believe it. Run the numbers again. Very well. It seems that we underestimated you. If other ships are like yours, we'll gladly join your alliance.
Glad to have you aboard, Lovo. On screen?
Excellent work, Doctor. Your recordings of the Hierarchy's cost analysis matrix will be a great benefit to Starfleet intelligence. And you. I must say, bringing the Hierarchy into the Alliance is quite unexpected. I thought it would take weeks of back-channel negotiations to make any progress with them at all. Thank you for taking a risk. Your show of power must have been most impressive.
Understood, Admiral. Tarsi, let's pick the last destination. Let's see if he needs assistance.
Glad to see you. It seems the Kazon don't believe we have enough ships to stop the Vaadwaur. I keep telling them we'll have the numbers if we work together, but they keep insisting they need more information.
Kazon, this is Admiral Dole of the USS Bozeman. As you can see, we are not a shortage of ships.
More ships! I demand to see more!
We can get the entire fleet here at once.
Our scouts have reported seeing Voyager in the Delta Quadrant again. We want to see that ship.
Voyager? Captain Kim, that's an oddly specific request.
Yes. I wonder... I'm going to try something. Things might get dicey if my suspicions are correct.
Okay, we'll be ready.
Nellick, the USS Voyager is not available. If there is anything about it that you need to know, I can answer those questions. I was stationed on Voyager during its time here in the Delta Quadrant.
You were on Voyager? That's excellent news. If you're willing to vouch for your fleet's strength, Captain Kim, we are ready to join your alliance.
That was too easy, Captain Kim.
You're telling me... Wait a second. They just transmitted a coded signal. There's a ship just outside sensor range. Probably waiting for Voyager to arrive.
Go to yellow alert.
Ensign Harry Kim. Or is it Captain now? Finally got a promotion. I hope you enjoyed your life, Captain. It ends now.
Captain Kim, do you know this Kazon from your time here?
I don't know. You have me at a disadvantage. You know my name, but I don't know who you are. At least give me the courtesy of an introduction to the man who's going to kill me.
My name is Sesson, but that means nothing to you. You would have known my mother. You served with her on Voyager until your Captain Janeway's hatred and prejudice drove her into exile with the Kazon, where she was a brave and capable leader. Tell me, Captain Kim, do you ever think about what you did to Seska?
Seska? Then you must be... We didn't even know you were still alive, Sesson. Your father took you when he left Voyager.
While Sesson and Captain Kim squabble over old hurts, I would like to make you an offer.
I'm listening.
My clan has taken over a new planet, but the climate is arid and water is in short supply. About 100 of your terraforming systems would change our prospects for the better. If you will provide them, I'll pledge the loyalty of the Kazon Relora to you right now, as well as the ships of all the clans who are our allies.
Yes, we have that many terraforming systems. We'll give them to you for your assistance.
Thank you. The Kazon Relora will fight by your side.
We may be calling on you sooner than you think.
Shields up. Red alert. I knew Kazon. Not for this. Not all the time.
I apologize for the deception. Mage Session holds a great deal of power over the rest of the Kazon clans. I hope my actions here will convince you that our desire to assist you against the Vaadwaur is sincere.
Captain Kim, can we trust them?
The Kazon are very factional. I can believe that Sesson strong-armed them into acting as they did. I would like to welcome the Kazon Ogla and the other allied Kazon to the Alliance.
Agreed.
Great work getting the Kazon Relora to join the Alliance. There's no way the Nistrum would join us. Sesson is obsessed with Voyager. I don't know what his father told him about us, but Seska was a thorn in our sides for most of our early time in the Delta Quadrant. She certainly wasn't the victim. She was the aggressor. It looks like her hatred of Voyager has been passed on to her son. I wish he could have had a better legacy. I'll return to Admiral Tuvok in the Alyan system. See you there.
Understood, Captain. Tarsi, let's pick our next destination.
Congratulations are in order. I did not expect us to bring together all of the races we approached on this mission. You were instrumental in our efforts today. Myself and the Alliance thank you for all the effort you have put into making this work.
Thank you, Admiral.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
The best chance we have at defeating the Vaadwaur is to build an alliance of all Delta Quadrant species. Some of them will need convincing. Go out there and show them that it's better to have us as a friend than an enemy.
Hey, somebody has an Odyssey. Alright, how far are we in these episodes? Okay. Alright. So we've been at it for about 2 hours here, so I'm going to take a short little break. If you have been watching, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more, I thank you, Spock, for joining the stream. But if you like what you see, please give me a like. If you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified when I start streaming again. Thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.